USB charging used to be simple, plug in, charge up, done. But we're now living in a world where a single cable can push 140 watts at 28 volts, and most people have zero idea if their gear is actually handling that correctly. This little thing, it knows. This is the ALIENTEK C2 Pro, a 20-bit, 48-volt capable USB tester that literally fits in your coin pocket. It speaks PD 3.1 EPR, it speaks UFCS, and it's got a 2 megahertz oscilloscope baked right in. We're going to find out if this is the best compact tester you can buy right now. Out of the box, ALIENTEK keeps it clean. No lifestyle photos, no fake awards, just a straight up comparison table showing the light, standard, and pro models. That's where you unlock the 20-bit ADC and full protocol sniffing. And here's where it already wins points. It ships in a proper metal tin, not a plastic bag, not a cardboard sleeve, a tin. Inside, you get the tester, a QR code for the manual, and a pre-cut glass screen protector for something that's going to live in your everyday carry kit or rattle around in a tech pouch. That matters. The chassis is solid anodized aluminum, weighs 17.5 grams, barely over half an ounce. Dimensions are 37.5 by 35 by 8.2 millimeters. So it is genuinely pocket-sized. It feels more like a premium flash drive than a piece of test equipment. 4 tactile metal buttons on the side, back, left, OK, right. No mushiness, no wobble. The interface is intuitive enough that you'll have it figured out in under 5 minutes. The display is a 1.54-inch IPS panel at 240 by 240 resolution. Punchy colors, great contrast, even in sunlight. And there's a G sensor built in. So when your charger's sitting at a weird angle on your desk, the interface just rotates with it. Small thing. Genuinely useful. Now let's get into the good stuff. Protocol detection. This thing is a polyglot. It scans for basically everything. Apple 2.4 amp, Qualcomm Quick Charge 2.0 through 5.0, Huawei FCP and SCP PD 3.1 EPR, and even UFCS at 21 volts, 63 watts. If your charger supports a fast charge protocol, this will find it. The PD sniffing is where cheaper testers start to fall apart and where the C2 Pro earns its price. It correctly identifies extended power range profiles. Right here, it's reading the full 28 volt, 5 amp profile off this U-green charger, and that's 140 watts. A lot of budget testers either choke on that 28 volt rail or just won't see it at all. This one, no problem. Okay, this is my favorite feature for everyday carry use, the e-marker reader. You've got a drawer full of USB-C cables. Which ones are actually good? Which one's going to bottleneck your laptop? Plug any cable in here. And the C2 Pro reads its chip like a passport. Vendor ID, max wattage, max data speed, all the way up to 80 gigabits per second. No more guessing. There's also a dedicated cable resistance mode. The idea is straightforward. Now the tester applies a load, measures the voltage drop, and grades your cable on a simple scale. E for excellent, G for good, M for mediocre, P for, well, poor. Color-coded, instant, no math required. But here's another one I use constantly, and nobody talks about it enough. Capacity logging. You know how every power bank on Amazon claims 20,000 milliamp hours? Yeah, most of them are lying. The C2 Pro sits in line between your charger and your device, and it tracks the real numbers. Milliamp hours delivered, watt hours transferred, current draw, peak wattage, all in real time with a running timer. When the charge cycle is done, you've got the actual receipt. A 2 megahertz oscilloscope on a device the size of a postage stamp. What you're looking at is ripple, basically how clean or dirty the power coming out of your charger actually is. At 50K, you're seeing high frequency noise. Push it to 1 or 2 megahertz and you get the full waveform envelope. Here's why this actually matters. A cheap, poorly filtered charger will show ugly ripple, and that garbage makes it into your phone's battery over thousands of charge cycles. This is how you catch a dangerous charger before it becomes your problem. Where does it sit in the market? Let's actually map this out properly, because right now there are 4 serious contenders in this space, and they're not equal. At the top of the food chain is still the PowerZ KM003C. Best software ecosystem, most mature feature set, the benchmark, everything else gets measured against. If money is no object and you're doing serious bench work, that's your tester. Step down a level and you've got the WITRN K2. Specs-wise, it genuinely competes with the PowerZ. The price is lower, but the companion app is where it starts to fall apart. It gets the job done, but it's not pleasant to use. Then there's the FNIRSI C2. I wanted to like this one more. The hardware is capable, but the Windows software is rough. Real bugs, not edge cases. And for a device that launched at this price point, that's hard to overlook. Which brings us to the ALIENTEK C2 Pro. Here's the thing about the Windows app, it's genuinely useful. You get real-time graphing across voltage, current, and power simultaneously, all color-coded and easy to read at a glance. There's a full alarm system. Set your own thresholds for over voltage, over current, or over power, and it'll alert you the moment something goes out of range. Every dip in the power trace is visible and time-stamped. This is the kind of data that actually tells you something. And the alarm system isn't just a checkbox feature. You define the exact window, like minimum and maximum for voltage, current, and wattage, and the app monitors it continuously. The PowerZ is still the benchmark, but it costs like one. The WITRN K2 has the specs without the software. The FNIRSI launched with too many rough edges. The ALIENTEK C2 Pro hits the middle of all of that. The sharpest display in this category, the snappiest on-device interface, a Windows app that's actually worth opening, and a price that doesn't make you wince. For most people who are serious about their charging setup, this is the one. Links are in the description. Subscribe if you're new. We do deep dives on everyday carry and tech gear regularly. And drop a comment. What's the highest wattage charger you're currently running? I'm genuinely curious. I'll see you in the next one.